Hi boys and girls, sports fans, it's Den here, and this is Last Week in Tech, not This Week in Tech. So what happened last week? Well, there were 3 major conferences on, all at the same time, competing. How stupid is that? Well, it happens, and we just have to get on with it. Anyway, the first one was over in Tennessee. Who goes to Tennessee other than Ray Wan? I mean, he went there and he went to see his Epicor thing, right? I assume Epicor conference attendees go to Tennessee, but I sure as heck wouldn't go there. Well, not anytime soon. Okay, the 2 other conferences, which were much more entertaining, well, at least from my perspective anyway. There was one in Orlando. We all go to Orlando, don't we? We all know where that is. We all hate it as well, by the way. And the other one was in San Jose. Haven't been there before, but, you know, there isn't much there other than an airport and a convention center and a bundle of hotels. So I don't know what else is there. Anyway, over in Orlando and in the blue corner, we have our good old friends at SAP. They were doing sports stuff on stage. Interesting, different, okay? Over in the red corner in San Jose, we have our good friends NetSuite and Zach Nelson, CEO, who can always be counted on for a few barbs and jibes and jokes, right? So he strides on stage saying, hey, guess what? The other guys, they're selling a database. Hey, guess what? We're selling applications. Well, that kicked off a real storm, didn't it? Because back over in Orlando, it seems that the SAP executives found it necessary not just to carry on about the fact that they're not just selling databases, but they're doing other things as well, as if that was necessary. I thought that was what it was all about. Telling people what you do, not telling them what you don't do. Anyway, whatever. It all ended up very entertaining, very interesting, and very confusing for some people, and you can find out how confusing it was by reading some of the blog posts that we've written on Diginomica. Oh, by the way, that was something else that happened, but it wasn't last week, it was the week before. We launched Diginomica. That's me, Phil, Wainwright, who is well known, Stuart Lachlan, who's well known, Kenny McIver, who's well known, and of course my video partner, John Reed, who's very well known. Anyway, those were the main things that happened last week, but there was one other thing that occurred just over the weekend. Google's in, this time with the UK tax authorities. Well, it soon will be anyway, because it now turns out that apparently they've been cooking the books over the way in which they bill their customers, or at least they were doing it, at least during a period in the mid-2000s. It seems that what they've been trying to do is avoid UK tax by claiming that their bills go through Ireland, but actually signing the bills in the UK. You know, nod, nod, wink, wink. That's going to get to be fun. We won't hear too much about it, I'll tell you for why. Because the UK tax authorities ain't going to take on the big boys. They'll just settle up. Anyway, that was Last Week in Tech. See you again, sports fans. Until the next time, toodle-bip.